Welcome to the fourth video in the Appropriate Dispute Resolution video series. In these videos, you will be introduced to a dispute between two parties, and we will be able to track the dispute through the alternative dispute resolution processes. Jules and Lauren have now conducted a mediation, led by their mediator, Robin. In this video, Robin, Jules and Lauren provide their thoughts and views on the mediation and the results.
The mediation was mostly a success. The parties were able to exchange views to really understand what the other was seeking and claiming. This was a very important issue, as even though they had previously spoken, there was a real lack of understanding about the issues involved. Before the mediation, I asked each of the parties to provide each other with a short statement of facts and issues. It was very helpful, as the parties could see how much they actually agreed on. Jules and Lauren were actually very respectful of each other, even though they got emotional at times. I was very pleased that both Lauren and Jules understood that the goal of mediation wasn't to win, but to find ways of collaboratively moving forward together. It's clear that Jules wants to be paid, not to have people saying that he does a bad job, and to be able to grow his business. Lauren wants and needs her driveway to be fixed. Once those needs were clear, it was possible to find creative ways of moving forward. I think that mediation is a very powerful tool. And I encourage all parties in disputes to look at whether mediation is right for them. Even if you don't resolve everything, there are real opportunities to improve understanding of the issues, narrow the disputes, and build a connection that helps things along the way. I was happy to help Lauren and Jules move towards a full settlement.
Well, I'd never been to a mediation before, so I thought it was going to be a bit like court, and I wasn't sure when to sit down or what to call the mediator. But Robin was really good at explaining all the processes and procedures, and she really helped us understand where this was going and what the options were, basically. I really was pleased that everything said was confidential, because it meant that I was able to admit about the other tradies driving across the driveway soon after it had been laid down. I still don't think it was my fault, but I wouldn't have been willing to speak so freely if it was going to be used in court. Robin really helped me work out what was most important and what I really wanted and needed out of this session, and that was to get the driveway fixed. And the fastest way for me to get there was to have Jules repair it. I offered to pay for the materials straight away, as I would have with anyone else anyway. Yeah, I think I learned a lot from today, and even though there are still some issues, at least I can now see what Jules is saying and that he wasn't trying to take advantage.
Yeah, that was not what I expected. A few years ago I was in court, but I've never done anything like this before. I was actually worried going in. I wasn't sure how it would be talking face to face with Lauren, because we had some pretty angry phone calls before this. But Robin, she was pretty onto it and kept us both focused, I think. And we each had to explain what we actually wanted. We had to look at solutions together. It was pretty good. And Lauren actually admitted that it wasn't my fault. Really, I don't think she quite gets it, but I'm really happy knowing that she had other tradies drive over the pebbles. I know I'm good at what I do, so having that admitted was important for me. Lauren is paying for materials to fix the driveway, and we're still talking about my labour, but at least now we're talking. Robin encouraged us to put all this into a settlement agreement, which we're having done right now, and I'm glad that Lauren isn't bad-mouthing my business anymore. That's the main thing.